Hi, my name is Mort and I'm one half of Chatterjee and Lal, and today I'd like to give you a brief walkthrough of Nikhil Chopra's recently concluded solo exhibition Line of Fire here at Chatterjee and Lal in Colaba, Mumbai. Line of Fire was an exhibition which was an outcome of Nikhil's studio practice, wherein he has been thinking about the act of painting seriously now for the last 10 to 15 years. Outside of his live performance-based work, initially his paintings, his drawings, were, as he used to call them, rehearsal acts, rehearsals before he would enact a live work or performance. So before entering into a space, he would first draw it in some fashion. Since then, over the years, he has evolved a practice which has become less to do with individual performances and more to do with the act of looking at landscapes. And now, in 2024, we reach the point where he's reveling in these extraordinarily lush, dense landscapes. We start here with a work of a Vietnamese landscape painted in 2023, ostensibly thinking about tourism, relaxation, enjoyment, but of course also thinking about the history of Vietnam, a troubled, unsettled history. And that idea of troubling, unsettling histories then gives way to more obvious, more actual representations of landscapes featuring turbulence and tumult. And so here in this wonderful set of 6 drawings, one can see perhaps a missile launcher hovering, or else some signs of fire, maybe a meteor or a comet landing on Earth. A seascape with, is it a sunset or is it some kind of blood showing on the water? And perhaps most visibly in this work, with a raging fire taking over much of the right-hand side of this diptych. And this idea of turbulent landscapes, the idea of fire, I think speaks both to the idea of the primitive, the primal, the use and the importance of fire in our lives, but then also into the idea of contemporary politics and society and the state of the world we live in. Allied to that, of course, in Nikhil's work is the idea of revisiting specific performances and positioning personae that he has inhabited within some of these troubled landscapes. And here we see in a work 3157 the image of this railway conductor sitting, looking at this ravaged landscape, fire burning in the background. And we are immediately led to think about the performance he made in 2017 in Manchester, 3157, where the artist enacted a performance in front of a locomotive used during the partition period, where that locomotive ferried passengers between the border, which of course saw so much bloodshed during that period. And that incredibly evocative and poignant performance then is replayed in some sense through a landscape like this. In this way, Line of Fire presents a very definitive moment in the artist's practice, studio practice, and we feel very proud to have been able to present it. With that, I'd like to thank you and to welcome you to more shows at Chatterjee and Lal. Thanks so much.